CalHFA came out with an amazing program that supplements their ZIP program. What's a ZIP program? You don't have to worry about that. I'm going to burn it down to brass tacks, distill it, and simplify it all for you. But CalHFA is a state funded and one of the largest down payment assistance programs in the state of California. So if you're doing a state program, odds are you're either doing CalHFA or GSFA. Today, I just want to make sense of the CalHFA CalPlus Access program that they just came out with. So we have this broken down into columns. On the left side is your normal CalHFA. On the right side is going to be the CalPlus Access that they just came out with. Now, I love this CalPlus Access program because they're giving you an additional 2.5% on assistance funds on top of the 3.5% My Home, which most people take. So we're going to look at the FHA loan. If you don't know, FHA requires a minimum down payment of 3.5%. And that's what CalHFA gives you on their My Home program. And that's how people advertise zero down, even though it's not true. And I'm going to explain it to you and show you here on the next page. It's going to all make sense. So on the My Home, they give you the 3.5%. And what I want to zero in on is what they call the ZIP funds, the zero interest program funds. So this will give you 3.5% plus an additional 2 or 3% in assistance on the ZIP funds. With the rates being high, 3% is not even offered, but the 2% is. So we're going to look at the My Home 3.5% assistance plus the 2% ZIP funds versus the CalPlus, where they give you the 3.5% and an additional 2.5%. So right off the top, you're getting a 0.5% better and at a lower rate. This program, they source the money from a cheaper source. So it's going to be a little bit cheaper off the top. So on here, as this kind of shows you, the more assistance you take, the higher the rate will be with CalHFA. What's nice about CalPlus, it's one rate no matter what. So these are silent second mortgages, both of them. And what that means is that when you close on your home, you're going to obviously pay your first mortgage, but you're not going to have a monthly payment on either one of these. The only time you're going to have to either pay it off or roll it into your new loan is when you refinance or pay it off in full when you sell it. So pretty good option if you just want to have a first mortgage. Now, to go off the top here, CalHFA for both of these programs, minimum FICO for everybody on the home loan is 640 and above. So 640, 699, the max debt to income allowed is going to be this 45%. Now, if you don't know, debt to income, simply put, is your gross usable income before taxes versus a monthly mortgage payment and all your monthly minimum payments on credit. So if you're not over 700 or above, you're going to be capped at 45% debt to income, where a standard FHA will let you go up to 55%. So if they're giving you the funds, they want to make sure you're not stretching yourself thin. If you're over 700, they'll let you go up to 50%. If you're looking at a manufactured home on permanent foundation, real property, not a mobile home in a park, you have to have at least a 660 middle FICO score, and they're going to cap you at 45%. This program does not allow multi-unit. So you can buy single family, condominium, what they call a PUD, a planned unit development, and a manufactured home, but no 2 to 4 unit properties. Now let's look at what's really going on underneath the hood. And this is all going to make sense. So just bear with me here. And I'm not here to sell you or sugarcoat anything. I want you to understand. So again, on the left, we got in blue the ZIP funds. On the right is the CalPlus Access, a new program. So our purchase price for both of these is going to be $600,000. FHA requires 3.5% down, which is $21,000. And again, each of these programs are going to give you the $21,000 for the 3.5% down. The total loan amount, and this is a conversation for another time, but FHA, you put down your 3.5%, but they finance 1.75% on top, what they call the UFMIP or upfront mortgage insurance premium. Simply put, your total loan amount, if you buy at $600,000 for each of these, is going to be $589,132. So the rate as of today, April 9th, 2025, for the ZIP funds with the 2% assistance on top, you're at 7.25. CalHFA Access, like I mentioned, cheaper funds were sourced, so it's only 6.625. So the zip funds, 5/8 in rate higher. CalPlus Access, 5/8 in rate lower. Pretty straightforward. Total assistance given with the My Home plus the zip funds is going to be $32,782. Not a bad deal. But with the CalPlus Access, you get the 3.5% plus the 2.5%. So you're clearing a little bit more money in assistance. You get $35,728. Now, lender origination points. This is an important one you need to know, that if you come to a lender and you say, hey, I got enough money for my down payment, my closing costs, we're going standard financing, we're not going down payment assistance, lenders make money as a margin already baked into the interest rate they're giving you. But when you go down payment assistance, these are what we call raw rates, meaning the lender doesn't make a nickel. So lenders are under contract with every program provider out there. Ours is 1.5%. And that's about the rule of thumb and probably the cheapest. I do know some at 2, even 2.25% origination. So they be taking away even more money. So this is a good deal when it comes to down payment assistance. So if we're charging 1.5% based on the total loan amount, then you're getting 88, 36, and 98 cents taken away from you on both sides. So you're going to net on down payment assistance with the zip funds 23,945, and with CalPlus Access 26,891. So you're picking up an additional almost $3,000 in total by doing the CalPlus Access, and it's at a lower interest rate. So picking up on both sides there. Breaking down the monthly payments on both. So I'm assuming 1.25 on taxes, regular taxes, not with Melrose, and regular homeowners insurance of $200 a month. If you don't know, FHA has their monthly PMI at 0.55%. Does not matter what lender you go to. That is an FHA special. So this ZIP program, you're going to see really the only difference is going to be between the P&I, the principal and interest, which is just the loan payment. So based on the 589,132 loan amount, your principal and interest at that 7.25 is going to be $4,018.92. Your total all-in payment, which you have to include all of these taxes, insurance, and PMI, your total payment is going to be $5,108 and 13 cents. Now, being at the lower rate, 6.625, same exact loan amount, your payment's going to be a little bit cheaper, $48.61 and 34 cents. So your monthly savings of $246.79, getting more assistance. That's why I love this program. You got the same program, lower interest rate, more assistance, and a lower payment. Can't shake a stick at that. So cash to close, I'm going to walk you through this here. So when you buy a home, you got 3 buckets of closing costs. You got your down payment, you have what's called prepaids here, line E, and then you have actual third-party fees, closing costs. And majority of these are going to be title and escrow fees. They don't even come from the lender. Most people don't know that. In here, this discount point, that's at 88.36 lenders have to charge, and no matter who you are. You could be my brother and my sister. We're all under contract the way the federal law reads, so we have to charge everybody the same. That discount point gets added into the closing cost. So you got your down payment, you got your prepaids, you got your actual third-party fees, you got your discount points. This funding fee is that UFMIP I mentioned, which is why the loan amount is higher than after you put the down payment, because they're financing 1.75% on top. So it looks like a fee, this $10,132 on each side, but it's technically financed into the loan. Now, going back, as we were mentioning, you're going to get a little bit more. You're going to get $35,728 on the CalPlus Access program as a silent second. With the ZIP funds, you're only getting, 32,782. So when we flush it all out, all costs minus all credits, you're coming out of pocket $10,976 with the My Home. But on the new program, CalPlus Access, you're only coming out of pocket $8,030.69. So you're saving almost $3,000 at closing. You're saving monthly on the payment $246.79, and you're netting out an additional in assistance of $2,946.30. That's why I love this new CalPlus Access program, because it gives you more bang for your buck at a cheaper price. Hope this makes sense. If you have any questions on this program or you want to check out more in depth, check out my website, trustinthebeard.com, or you can always feel free to reach out to me. Have a beautiful day.